Chiefs reporter BJ Kissel here with Chiefs new linebackers coach Matt House. Now, I know it probably seemed like a long time from when you first came over to Kansas City before you were able to get out on the field with the guys.
Sure.
Now you've worked with them a little bit. Just how much fun has it been?
It's been awesome. I got a good group, great competition there. Guys that love getting the extra, whether it be extra work on the field or extra work in the meeting room. So it's an exciting group to be around.
There's been a lot made of the switch to a 4-3 scheme, and obviously an entirely new defensive coaching staff with some of the players that were here last year in your room, two in particular, and Reggie Ragland and Anthony Hitchens. Just what have you seen from their ability to pick up what you're teaching and going out there and making plays on the field?
Yeah, I think they've embraced change, which is awesome. And change can be a good thing if you embrace it. Those two have been really coachable and excited for this phase, but really excited to see what they do in training camp.
I know there's only so much that you guys can do at your position out at camp.
Right.
Just what is your focus to these guys when they're not in pads, getting ready for camp to make sure that when the pads come on, they're not having to go back and work on technique of stuff that they can do when they're not in pads?
Well, I mean, you still can work the fundamentals of stance and start and hands, zone coverage drops, and then the schematic, learning the scheme and how to work within the scheme. So there's a lot you can get done, but unfortunately, the physical part we won't see until we get into training camp.
One of the guys who's always ready for the physical part of training camp is linebacker Anthony Hitchens, who is entering his second year with the Chiefs and looks to be a key component to their switch to a 4-3 defense, which he starred in during his 4 years with Dallas Cowboys, starting 48 games and amassing 312 tackles. In just a short time, Hitchens already sees the benefit of playing in this new defensive scheme.
It lets you run free a lot. You're covered up by 3 technique for most of the down for the will linebacker, what I'm playing, and less thinking, and you just get out there and run. I'm going to take advantage of it, and in my eyes, it's going to be my best year yet.
Hitchens is also confident in his development thanks to his new position coach, Matt House.
I like the energy he brings every day, and he never lets up. He's definitely an alpha, and we need more guys like that.
The flashes of that athleticism and ability to run were on display last season. But in this particular defense, like he said, there's more attacking and less reading and reacting. Earlier this offseason, the Chiefs brought over another former Cowboy linebacker and a former teammate of Hitchens in Dallas, Damian Wilson, who looks to hold down the Sam spot in this scheme.
I think the thing you see with Damian is a really versatile linebacker. He can play on the line of scrimmage, he can play off the line of scrimmage, and he's a heavy-handed guy. Been really pleased with, again, how he's embraced the new scheme and just our expectations and standards.
And when asked, Hitchens said he's excited that Wilson, who made 22 starts for the Cowboys over the past 4 years, is with him here now in Kansas City.
I mentored him a little bit in Dallas for my 3 years with him there. And, each of them asked me about him, and I told him all good things. And he's here. He's doing a good job. Coaches love him. He's one of those guys that runs to the ball. He just don't stop. So, excited to be able to play with him again, and he's going to be able to help our team out a lot.
And finally, House spoke about one of the newest Chiefs linebackers and former Jets first-round pick, Darren Lee, who came over in a trade last month.
He's certainly flashed speed and athleticism, and I think the thing you see with him, too, is he's a smart football player.
The linebackers group will head to St. Joe for training camp in July. And based on what we've witnessed during mini camps, this camp will feature the kind of competitive practices that Chiefs fans are going to want to watch. And not just because they feature the league's best player and quarterback Patrick Mahomes, but because the identity this defense is building is not one of playing little brother to the offense. And that's due in large part to new defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolos.
Came in from the first day and had his rules and the standards set, and he haven't let off on them. So, we're only going to improve with the mentality of this defense.